Here's some of those people dressed in kilts, and it looks like they got bagpipes. And this was at a street fair in the town of Rutherford. And now we're jumping to the Macy's flower show in New York City through the magic of editing. And there's a long line to get into the Macy's flower show, and so there's a lot of those people milling around. There's lots and lots of people milling around. It's like some sort of Brownian motion, where they suspend particles in water. And here we're back in Rutherford again, or some people say Rutherford. And oh man, those people were out in force there. They took over the whole street. There's a lot of churches there, a lot of vendors, people walking up and down the road and looking at everything. Street fairs are generally a good place to see those people. Some are better than others. Rutherford, however you say it, man, they had a good crowd there, a really good crowd. Looks like that guy's using real charcoal. Man, I couldn't believe those people, how packed they were. Rutherford is in, I think it's in Bergen County, and it's a very congested county, and people come from all over to go to their street fair. And they have like a quaint downtown with shops. Look at all the people. Look at them all. Where'd they come from? Where are they going? It's just, I find it amazing that, they could pack so many of those people in these little streets and everything. And where'd they park? They had to park miles away. I forgot how we get there. I guess we parked and had to walk over. They had some interesting architecture. Just people walking back and forth, up and down. And, when you go to a street fair, you expect to be seen. You want to see and be seen when you go to these venues. There's no expectation of piracy. Arg. Did I just say piracy? I meant to say there's no expectation of privacy. I mean, it's all out in the open. It's a public venue. It's like people come and go. It's like that. That's not a terrorist attack. That's a food vendor cooking his wares or her wares. So it was another interesting day. The best time to take pictures of those people is when it's overcast. And this way there's no harsh shadows or bright lights and everything's evenly lit. And you could sort of see what's under these canopies and the bouncy houses, because, the contrast is less. There's a very even contrast. Wow, look at all those people. Wow, Rutherford. I don't know if they still have that because this is way before COVID, and a lot of these venues got canceled. But look at those people. How do you, if I said those people, or how about if I waved my hand in front of my face and said, those people? Well, I was there, which means I was one of those people. I was a spectator. I was recording it for posterity, so internet arthropods could study how life was in the late 20th century. Did I say arthropods? I meant to say anthropologists. That's right. Or archaeologists, internet archaeologists. They want to know too, digging through the past, what it was like. This is before people had two heads. I mean, after they have World War III and everything mutates, people are going to have more than one head. So they're not going to believe that there's a time when people only had one head. And they're going to say, oh, those people with one head. That's what they're going to say in the future. It was a big fair. So you just can't take one picture and say, well, this is the Rutherford Fair. No, you got to take a bunch of pictures, and then you could get a sense and feeling and an average and the ambiance of what it was like to be there with those people. And no, there's somebody with their dog. Rutherford Labor Day Street Fair, Monday, September 3rd, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Rain or shine. Antiques, craft, and entertainment. The antiques that might refer to all the senior citizens walking around. I can say that because I'm a senior citizen. I feel like an antique half the time. I didn't spend any money. Luckily, my girlfriend was, so we say, very frugal. And look at how far the crowd stretches. See how far away those people are? So I didn't have to buy her anything while we're at the fair. Now, it's true we may have stopped and get a bite to eat later, but that was later after the fair. Look at all those people. There's just tons and tons of those people. Unbelievable. And Rutherford, it's an interesting town. Now, this is Staten Island. And here's some of those people. That orange boat is a Staten Island ferry, and it's free. You just go down to the terminal. We're back in Rutherford again. Always take pictures of mirrors because it's a great way of juxtaposition and candid shots. Was that a real cash register for sale? I don't know. Rutherford, Free Public Library. Here's the waterfront. This is Jersey City. I took this at night. These people instead of those people walking down the street. And here we are back in Staten Island, I believe, and there's one of the ferries. There's a whole fleet of them keep going back and forth. And people just do it just to take a boat ride and, like that. So I was in the ferry looking out. Or I was at the waiting room, I don't know. This is some statue, monumental statue memorial to 9/11. Now the boat was crowded, but when we got to Staten Island, there was like no one around. A lot of people, I don't know what happens in Staten Island, but this is in the terminal on the New York side. The place is empty until right before the ferry takes off. Then a whole bunch of people show up, get on the ferry, crowded, and then they get to Staten Island and they disperse. Although some people get off and just get on the return ferry and go back to Manhattan. That's Manhattan. See, Staten Island ferry. It's a big building, a lot of people milling around, tourist attraction. Those people, definitely those people are there. Vendors selling stuff. Yeah, and you see the crowd thins out. The ferry dumps everyone out. There's a big rush of people. Then the exiting crowd thins out, and then it builds up back over again. Here's some of those people down in the financial district. On a Sunday, it gets pretty deserted down there. The New Yorker, that's where Tesla hung out there, right? Tesla? The real Tesla, not Musk's fake Tesla. This is the ferry back to Jersey. I couldn't resist putting this picture in there. Oh, here we are, getting close to Times Square, Christmas time, crowds of people, those people, these people. Yeah, don't block the box. And it says, oh, they swarm around. It's like an invasion. Some people hanging out by a food vendor. Oh, there's those people, these people, some people. Stay within the crosswalks. I mean, this is what life is like, late 20th century. The Peninsula, fancy schmancy hotel. Oh, there's those people coming in and out of the Peninsula. Wow. Diesel. Yeah, this store just opened up when I took this picture. I wonder if that's still there. I'll have to look into that. There's people milling around, buying stuff, hanging out, checking things out, walking around. They're part of the scene. This is inside some store, but I don't remember what store it was. This is like a close-up shot of those people going up and down the escalators. Multiple stories of the stuff to buy. The lighting was very funny there. It was like some sort of a reddish rose color, and I just had to tone it down a bit. I think what happened is I left my my camera's white balance on cloudy, and when I went inside it adjusted it. They made everything look red. This is somewhere around Rockefeller Center, and they had everything decorated with statues and stuff. And of course, it's a big tourist attraction for those people, and everyone likes to get their picture taken next to these decorations and everything. And here we jump it back into May or something like that, walking down the street, New York City, those people, every street you go on. There's people waiting for the getting the Macy's Flower Show. It was free. No, was it? I remember my girlfriend got tickets. I don't know how she got them or where they cost, but and this is people. Those people are waiting. Look at all those people. Now I was using a super wide-angle lens, and I was like cropping for the people in like the lower right-hand corner, say, and that's why there's a lot of weird distortion. I mean, it's not fisheye, but it's got severe distortion of perspective. Oh, yeah, you want to get pictures of those people? You just hang out by a vendor cart. They raised this road or something. I didn't know what was that all about. I was like, they had like some lattice work, and the roadway was above. Now, these people looked like they were part of a group and they were waiting for something. So I surreptitiously waited until they turned around and I took their picture. And this is, the light turns green and the crowd just pours out into the crosswalk. They always have like different art, temporary art, and they had this big bird made of nails there that day. And here's a picture of a guy taking the picture, and those people are in the background. This is the Flatiron District. That's where the bird was. And you see those people, they hang out and just absorb the spring sunshine. And this is the famous clock by the Flatiron Building. And he's got these tour buses. And those people milling around, which is everywhere. This street was shut off. It was some sort of street fair. And so, of course, there was tons of those people there. Look at it, those people. Empire State Building. Just tons and tons of those people up and down the streets. So that's what we did. We melded in with the crowd. We became part of those people. You know, we were in herd mode. Oh, these guys, they were dressed to the nines. I couldn't resist taking their picture. Yeah, they had people selling stuff all over. We didn't buy anything. You know, I go to the city with just enough money to for transportation, get a bite to eat, and then we're out. You know, and there'll be more coming soon.